Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. So in this set of videos, we'll be discussing on the Python fundamentals. You will understand how to code in Python. You will be able to have the working environment in place so that you will be able to run the code eventually. So let's get started. So the goal for this video is to have you refresh some of the Python essentials for computer vision. Uh, may not be this video, but at least in the next couple of videos, we'll get everything in place for you. So the next one is you will be getting comfortable with NumPy, pandas, and matplotlib. So these are the libraries that you will be working with pretty often whenever you deal with some sort of data. And next one is we'll be loading an image, viewing an image, and apply some transformations for the images. We have some libraries for that. We'll be using Pillow and OpenCV for that. And at the end of this series, Foundation series, you should be able to work through all the examples by yourself, hands-on. So that is pretty good. Just tap on your own shoulder that you are able to get through it this far. So be happy about that. And we'll do some exercises, mini exercises. You will be having a tiny edge detection running in your computer, and then you will do some of the EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis, and you will do on top of the CSV files that you can get it from Kaggle or some other places. We'll get through that. Environment, right? In terms of the setup and tools, I'll be using the Google Colab for environment. I'll be running my code, everything in Google Colab, just for the sake of simplicity. But I personally like PyCharm more when compared to the Google Colab. But just for the sake of simplicity, we'll be using this. But if you want to set your own local environment with Python 3.10 or plus, more than that, so I guess that will be fine for most of our libraries here. And these are the libraries that we talked about. So if you're going for a local, you can install this. You can copy and paste this once you have the Python installed. You'll be able to install everything there. So let us go to Colab Notebook. So here is how Jupyter Notebook would be looking like. So I'm using the URL colab.research.google.com. So it'll be easier if you go through it. Pretty much it has faster capability, so you'll be able to run through the GPUs and TPUs as well here with this environment. I'll show you that. So here is the installation, whatever we have seen it in the slide. So the same, pretty much the same thing here, but I'm just using the exclamation here. So that is to install everything in the cell, right? So this is a cell, we call it a cell. And if you want to create a new cell, you will be able to click on this to create a new cell, or just click on it, press an escape, and then click B there. You will be creating a new cell, right? So that will help you in terms of creating new cells. Okay, in order to execute this line, what should I do? I should press Shift and I should select the cell first, and then press Shift and Enter so that I can execute this line, right? So now it is running, so installations are in progress. If it is already installed, it will just pick up only the existing installation, and then it will, if the files are present, then it will just complete it. If not, it will install from scratch. So here is another example. You can see that there is a print statement, 3 plus 10. So if you run this, this is going to give you uh, 13, so that is 10 plus 3. So let me multiply that 3 times 10. So that will be giving us 30. So it is working for sure. We don't have any problem in terms of the environment. So the environment is running, everything is set. And we have installed these packages that is good for this video. And the next one is, let's see if it is importing is working fine or not. So import, we use the command import command, and then numpy as NP is the alias for the numpy. So once you do shift enter, so this is also running without any issues. So don't worry about this part of the code. We'll discuss about in the next video. But for now, we are good in terms of having the environment ready. We are done with the installation. We are able to execute the code. Everything is set for us. So let's go back to the slide. I know you could ask me, do you really need to learn a programming language right now in terms of when you are in the age of ChatGPT and more of generative AI approaches are there, right? So chatbots are there, right? I would say at least learn the basics of it. Even if you don't code everything by your hand, at least learn how to debug the issues. how to, even if you're not able to remember all the syntaxes in place, at least have when you do the matrix operations, you need to know like what is the size of the matrix, right? So that way you'll be able to sort out the issues very easily, right? So make sure you have the basics in place and try to understand what is going on under the hood. So that is critical to run any sort of coding, whether it is Python or C++ or any programming language for the sake. So having these docs are important, but it is not mandatory for you uh, to succeed in this video course, right? So let's go to the next one. So before we stepping into Python programming language, let's discuss about what is a compiler and interpreter. So compiler actually translates all the code into machine code before they run. So you will be writing the programming in a higher level language. So for example, here it is higher level languages C or C++ that has its own syntaxes, that has its own way of concluding a statement, own way of declaring its own variable, right? And another higher level language is Python. So you can also think of that like it has its own syntaxes and everything, right? So in order for the machine to understand what is being commanded, right? So that compiler plays a role in translating everything into the machine code here, so that the machine will be able to understand that. And interpreter doesn't translate everything, all the code, but it happens through line by line. So it executes line by line. So that way you will have the bytecode plus interpreter will take care of the interpreting for you. So under the hood, we have a C Python here that takes care of that. So you could ask me like why exactly computer vision engineer needs to know all these things, right? So one simple instance I would say is if you are running through a bigger jobs, right? So, counting 10 numbers, 20 numbers, 50 numbers. So, or doing a matrix multiplication, that point of time, if you go through the loops, it will be taking so much time for you. But if you vectorize operations using NumPy, it will be much faster for you because we have C and CUDA is under the hood. So that way you have the flexibility of using easier syntaxes using NumPy. At the same time, you have the faster execution achieved here. So that is pretty neat for you. So my recommendation is try to, whenever possible, try to use vectorized operations instead of using the slow Python loops. So that is one of the key takeaway in this video. Okay. So I guess we are good for this video. So let's continue. So far we are able to have the environment ready. We are able to install everything needed and pretty much everything sorted in terms of this. So you're good for the next video. Next video will dive deeper into some of the Python essentials and we'll discuss about the data types and stuff. And eventually we'll get through the other libraries such as NumPy, Pandas in the upcoming videos as well. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos. Thank you once again.